I'm here with some young viewers at Odds Farm Park near Beaconsfield in Buckinghamshire to see lots of baby animals. And aren't they adorable? This one's all right as long as she sits on the bottom, is she?
She's fine. She's enjoying some sunshine at the moment.
In the spring, a lot of baby animals arrive at the RSPCA's 2 hospitals for sick animals in London. That's the Harmsworth in East London and the Putney Hospital. This little rabbit is just a few weeks old. Isn't he lovely? But babies are hard work. A litter of 10 tiny puppies was brought into the Putney Hospital recently because their mother had gone missing. And with 10 hungry mouths to feed, hospital assistant Ian Waygood needed all the help he could get. Have they any idea how old the pups are?
Estimate age is probably about 2 to 3 weeks old.
Where's that little white one that was so hungry? How long has the mother been missing for? Any idea?
Mother's been missing for about 2 days now.
Oh, right. I mean, it is a possibility that the mother's milk may start to dry up if she hasn't got pups.
If it's not continuous feeding of the mother's nipples, they will dry out within a couple of days.
Here you go, little one. Here you go. Here you go. Just shove that in there. Gosh, the ideal would be to see if we can find Mum, wouldn't it?
Certainly, it'd make life a lot easier.
While I was feeding the puppies, a call came in about a stray dog that had been found. She had clearly just had pups. Inspector Gary Lucas went along to find out if this was the missing mother.
Fingers crossed.
Steve Knight joined him.
Hello, RSPCA Inspector.
Hi, come on in.
Thank you.
Hello. So how did you find her, Tracy?
I found her in a really busy record shop in Sutton, and she looked quite distraught. She was standing at the bottom of the stairs. I think she thought their owner was upstairs. I stood outside for about half an hour, and you know, no one claimed her. So I contacted the police and asked if it'd be all right if I brought her home, and until the owner called.
So how's she been since she's been with you?
Brilliant. She's just the most loving dog. I'm attached to her myself.
Yeah, she is.
Reluctantly, Tracy said goodbye. Gary took the dog back to the hospital at Putney. Before he could find out whether this was Katie, the missing mother, she had to be checked over by Chief Vet Tessa Bailey.
Pouch for you.
Mum.
Yes.
We think this
So
is...
you think this is the mum of our lost puppies? Hello. Yeah.
You're convinced, aren't you?
I'm certainly convinced.
So she's from the same area?
Certainly from the same area, and fits the description perfectly.
Definitely got puppies somewhere. Let's have a look. Nice bright eyes. And the colour's good. Not dehydrated or anything. Doesn't look as if she's got any mastitis, so she should be all right to try with the puppies. We'll have to see, you know, assuming they're hers, that she accepts them again. Normally, mums with 2-week-old puppies will know them straight away, and hopefully she'll be really pleased to see them.
Yeah. Come on, Katie.
It was time to find out.
There we go. Here we go then. Up. Good girl. What's this? Who's that then? Come on then, look. Come on, here they go. Here we go then. Come on, look. What's this?
Should she be taking this long?
It's probably about right. She's not rushed in there. She's a little bit uncertain as to what's going on. Are these yours? Hey? Are these yours then? Let's see if we can put them to the teat and see if they go straight there. There we go, look at that.
No, that's going to be a great relief.
Excellent. Just what we were waiting for. That's
What a relief.
All showing an interest, look at that. Excellent.
So it's definitely Mum.
That's definitely Mum.
Good one.
Brilliant. Really pleased.
It's just lovely to see them back together again, isn't it? But baby pets really do need a great deal of looking after. Shauna Lowry joined RSPCA Inspector Gary Lucas when he was called out by one desperate owner. She was feeling completely overwhelmed by a litter of very hungry kittens.
2 weeks ago, Mum had 5 lovely kittens, and yesterday, out of the blue, she had to have emergency surgery done.
So you've been hand rearing, have you?
I've had to. I would never have thought hand rearing kittens was so hard. I just couldn't do it, and I was terrified they would die.
Gary took the kittens back to Putney, where vet Julie Taylor was on duty.
Has she been feeding them anything?
Yes, she has.
Oh, sweetie. Does she know if they've been going to the loo?
No, that's the problem.
So it's not an easy job.
No, it's not an easy job. There's a lot to it. It's not just feeding 5 kittens every hour to every 2 hours, day and night. But you also have to know that you have to stimulate them to go to the loo. That's what Mummy does. If you don't, they can get blocked and get very constipated. And you? You look like you have more milk on you than in you.
So how do they look?
They look good. They're really quite bright. They're very loud, very active. I think, the owner's done marvelously so far, and I think that she did the sensible thing. She felt that it was too much for her, and then she asked for help.
So what's going to happen to them now?
They're hungry, so we need to feed them first of all.
As soon as the milk substitute was ready, it was feeding time, and boy, were they hungry. It was a big job, so Gary and I lent a hand to staff nurse Jill Powell and trainee nurse Steve Wickham.
You're full now.
Once they were full, there was the other matter to deal with. A mother cat licks her kittens to stimulate them to go to the toilet, so the nurses used wet cotton wool to do the same job.
They are cute, but what a handful. The kittens were taken to be looked after by one of several volunteers who foster kittens for the RSPCA until they're old enough to be found new homes. But it is important to think carefully before you decide to own a kitten, because it is a lot of hard work. Now, did you know that when we get a mild winter, it causes some animals to come out of hibernation too soon? Shauna met one little fella who hadn't been to sleep at all. Vet Viv Robertson was giving him a checkup.
You've got a little hedgehog. What's the matter with him?
He was found trapped down a hole. He would have been born late last autumn. He's certainly not big enough to hibernate. He's actually quite thin for a hedgehog at this time of year.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at his breathing. One of the most common problems they get is lungworm, which causes very severe pneumonia, and that can make them quite debilitated. They quite often get their eyes damaged, so obviously not having perfect vision makes them less likely to be able to find food on their own. And we're also just checking he's got all these 4 legs. It's quite common for them to be attacked by foxes and badgers or road accidents and lose one of their limbs. But he's fine.
So what should people do if they see them in their garden and they are out and about?
If you see them out at night, that's fine because they're nocturnal animals and they will be starting to wake up quite soon. I would worry about them if you saw them out during the day, because that's a sign that they are sick. The other thing we would worry about is we don't really want people moving hedgehogs in the spring unless they're very concerned about them, because we don't want any babies left behind in nests if mothers are taken away from them.
Right, okay, so are you happy with this one? He seems healthy enough?
Yep, he seems fine. He's not big enough at this time of year to release back into the wild, so he's going off to Wildlife Centre to be fattened up a bit, and then he'll be released in the spring.
Oh.
I went with driver Mark Clements to take the young hedgehog to Prickles Hedgehog Haven in Surrey. It's a sanctuary for sick and injured hedgehogs where they can recuperate and hopefully be prepared for going back to the wild. The haven is run by Mavis Regini.
Hello. Come on in.
Mavis has a specially built room which provides a home for any hedgehog that needs help.
Come on through, Mark. You know the way now, don't you? This is where I'm intending to put the new one.
Right, okay.
I have never seen so many hedgehog hutches. How many have you got?
I've got about 58 in at the moment.
Kidding. You got a little bed already
that's
for
the
him?
bed. But obviously I need to know a little more about the new one.
Yeah, right.
What have we got?
He was
What's the
picked up
problem?
on Valentine's Day and he was taken to Putney Hospital.
But the vet's had a check and he seems fine.
Oh, good,
so.
good. You can let me see if your little boy or little girl? Yes, it is a little boy.
Little boy.
Yes. So you little Valentine then, are you?
So what's he going to
Valentine. Well, he was found on Valentine's Day. I've got a hat for you. I'm into woolly hats at the moment. They make lovely little sleeping bags.
Really?
Yes, they're rather
sleep
snug.
inside them?
Yes, they're
Oh.
rather cosy for them. Look at that.
Oh, nice
Come
and
on,
snug there.
Nice, clean new hat. There we are, my love. There you go. What do you think of that then? He's a good boy.
With Valentine safely tucked in, Mavis introduced me to some of the other characters.
Oh, so who's this one?
This is Felrow.
Felrow.
He's one of my darkest ones in. He's a really dark colour.
Ooh, he's sneezing. And how long have you had him for?
I've had him a few years. He's three-legged, and every so often he gets ear infections in there because he can't scratch it.
And do you know anything about his background?
He was found trying to hibernate in someone's greenhouse, and he was in a dreadful mess. He'd got maggots in his ear. He was in a real state, so obviously I couldn't leave him there. He had to come back here for treatment, and he stayed here ever since.
No.
Yes.
But you do try and release most of them back to the
yes. I
wild.
mean, my main aim is to get them back. When you get three-legged ones, it's a bit of a problem. If I can get them into a secure garden, make sure it's really suitable for them.
And what is it about them that you love? I mean, they're so
Well, I
cute.
love all animals, but I really feel that hedgehogs do have such a rough time. Life's stacked against them out there. Their coat doesn't protect them against all this machinery, against strimmers, and well, it's such a shame. Bless them. Yeah.
It's wonderful to see that reflex when they roll into a ball like that. Did you know that a hedgehog has about 5,000 spines? And by the way, I've been told if you do see hedgehogs in your garden and you're feeding them, make sure you leave some water out for them to drink. Don't give them cow's milk. It can really upset their stomachs. You may remember Inspector John Bow. We've followed him on many rescues for the RSPCA. He now works in Norfolk at the RSPCA Wildlife Hospital in East Winch. They specialise in caring for seals. Shauna Lowry caught up with John there.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, great.
Are these the baby seals that you've been involved with rescuing?
Yeah, I rescued one of these, Mozart. She was found on a beach up on the north coast of Norfolk. A member of the public found it, did exactly the right thing, left it alone and rang us. I went up, collected the seal, and it was really quite small. Obviously, we abandoned them from day one. So it was really touch and go whether we could pull it round. But the staff here did an absolutely fantastic job. Pulled it round, and it's still doing really well and putting on weight.
There are quite a few little ones here as well. Are they all the same, similar type
Yeah,
of
they're all
stories?
common seal pups, born this year, all been abandoned or for whatever reason, all been brought into the centre, and they have to spend about 6-7 months here until they're big enough to be released again.
So this noisy lot here are the ones who were
These are
releasing
ones that have been
today.
in 5 or 6 months. Now, obviously, tender loving care and minimum contact with the staff here, and they're ready to be released.
Ready to go back today. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Before the baby seals could join a colony of other seals back in the sea, they had to be rounded up and put on special stretchers. It was a bit of a difficult job as they'd grown to quite a size.
As soon as the seals were safely aboard, they headed off on the short journey to the coastline and the North Sea. As we approached the colony, we could see some of the seals our four would be joining. We started taking the seals ashore, and a few inquisitive residents came a little closer to see what we were up to. By now, the seals were raring to get out of their stretchers and explore their new environment.
Okay, the last one.
It'll take them about 2 or 3 weeks to adapt to living in the wild. Since they were pups, they've been fed on dead fish, so they'll have to learn to hunt for their own food. To help them cope, they've been fed a bit more than normal, so they've got some extra body fat and are a little on the hefty side.
You just hold it out then. Stand back, John.
Once we'd finished our hard work, we had time to watch them make for the sea. It was so good to see them back where they belong.
Those seals weighed in at over 50 kilograms. That's probably more than you two and all you lot all put together. So it's no wonder they could be difficult to handle. As I said earlier, in the spring there are lots of babies around. In fact, Inspector Phil Norman had to deal with 13 of them. They were in a bit of bother. They'd got themselves trapped in an enclosed courtyard at, of all places, the Crown Court in Isleworth.
There's a mother duck with about 13 ducklings.
13. The problem here, obviously, is that there's not really natural food here at all, and it's going to be months, to be honest, before they're going to be big enough to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I think for their sake, we're going to have to move them. What I'll try and do is I'll try and catch the mum,
Right.
but that probably will be difficult. But they're not actually dependent upon her, so if we can't catch her, it's not the end of the world. We'll take the ducklings anyway, and we'll get them reared until they're ready to release. Probably helpful if you can have the pole.
Right.
Let's locate them first. And it'll probably just be a matter of getting one or two at a time.
Sensing trouble, the mother made her bid for freedom, leaving the ducklings to fend for themselves.
Yeah, they're coming this way now.
I see them. Oh, all gone to the centre.
Gone over, right over here now.
They're quicker than me.
The ducklings were determined to evade arrest, so Phil called in reinforcements from the court's police department.
Right, if you could go a little bit further across so you're as far as you can.
It seemed like a good plan.
No, they've gone back in. They're here.
Go on.
See them at the moment.
No, I can't see them at the moment.
No.
First catch to Phil. 2 down, 11 still on the run. But Phil and his team were getting the hang of this.
I've got 8 so far.
With most of the ducklings collared, the rest soon gave themselves up.
10.
Well done.
That's 13, I think.
Phil took the ducklings back to Putney for a quick check-up with vet Adam Jolly.
Hello, duckling. All right, sweetheart. OK. That seems to be fine. Don't seem to be injured at all. Fantastic, mate. Good.
All 13 were healthy, but they were going to need hand rearing, so Phil took them off to the Swan Sanctuary at Egham. A couple of days later, Shauna Lowry went to see how they were getting on. Dot Beeson was keeping them warm in an incubator.
Oh, look! So cute. How are they coping without Mum?
They're doing very nicely now. They've settled down very well in the brooder.
And why are they in an incubator?
Because without Mummy, they'd succumb to the cold very, very quickly.
In the wild, you'd normally see ducklings in the water with their mum.
Of course you would. And she takes them on, and then she indicates to them to get off the water, and she broods them all under her wings. All of which, of course, they're doing without at the moment. So we don't put them in water at all until they're at least 21 days old. And then, of course, we've got the process of teaching them to swim.
Really?
So it's bath time all round for this bunch.
They don't naturally know how to swim without their mum?
No, that's right. They will eventually catch on, but it doesn't come naturally.
But those little ducklings had been separated from their mum and had to be taught to swim, which was different to the story that unfolded when Steve Knight went with ambulance driver Dermot Murphy to rescue another family of even smaller ducklings. Their mother had decided to nest on a balcony in London's Docklands.
Okay? Yeah. Without their mum, the ducklings began to panic.
We can just gather them up as quickly as possible.
All right.
Oh. There we go.
3 here. Tiny. I think they're only about, what, a couple of weeks old or?
Oh, a few days.
No, a few days old.
A few days.
There we go. Probably the last one.
Yep.
So how many is that now? Is that there?
That's 14 in total.
14. Dermot hoped he'd be able to release the family nearby. The plan was to release the ducklings first, so hopefully when the mother was released, she'd see them and stay with them. For the ducklings, it would be the first time they'd ever seen water. So are they going to be able to swim?
Yes, they will. All the time they've been with Mother. She's been preening them, getting them oiled, waterproofed, ready to go out where we are now.
Right.
Right, let's open them up and just start dropping them in.
Straight into the water?
Straight into the water. Go on. Go on, little fella.
You can jump.
Go on, off you go.
That's a good sight, isn't it? It is. We need to move quickly so that we can get Mum out to them as quickly as possible. Come on, there we go.
Well, that part was easy enough.
And one more.
Next, the moment of truth. Would the mother stay with the ducklings?
That's a good sight, isn't it? It is. The perfect ending.
Isn't it incredible? They all knew exactly what to do once they were on the water. That was because their mum was with them. Another little pet must have felt completely bewildered by her first experience. When she came in to see vet Jeremy Stewart, it was her very first visit to the vets.
Hello, Sky. Little puppy. Looking very sorry for yourself, aren't you? It's not so good. What's up with her?
Well, she's actually been sick. Whatever she's eaten, it's coming out both ends, basically.
Right, so she's been sick and got diarrhoea as well?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Seems to have lost a bit of weight.
When she's got this diarrhoea, have you noticed any blood in it at all?
There was a tiny bit of red blood.
Right.
Tiny bit.
Okay. And where did you get her from?
We actually bought her from someone, a friend of a friend.
Oh, right, okay. So you didn't see the mother or the rest of the litter? Okay.
But, I mean, she was eating, she seemed perfectly healthy.
Right. I mean, I would strongly advise that whenever you do consider getting a puppy, that you do see the rest of the litter and the mum and the dad, if at all possible, and ideally the environment that they've grown up in. Now, do you know whether Sky's mum was vaccinated?
I haven't got a clue, to be honest.
Right, okay. My concerns are that she's picked up a little bit of a bug. It's quite an ordeal for her to change homes and to be removed from her litter. And the other thing is that we don't know whether the mother was vaccinated, so we don't know if she's had any protection against any of the really nasty viral diseases, things like parvovirus, like distemper, like infectious hepatitis, that sort of thing. If you pick up her skin and let it go, if you see it's what we call tenting, so it's going back very slowly. So that means she's dehydrated. This is very serious and she needs to come into the hospital. We need to give her some fluids into the vein and that will improve her hydration. She's very poorly and unfortunately been through a great deal for such a young dog, and we need to make her feel better.
Sky was immediately put onto a drip and taken straight to the isolation ward. If she did have parvovirus, it would be highly contagious and can be a fatal disease, so the nurses needed to be sure that she wouldn't pass it on to any other animals. The following week, I was allowed into the ward with Jeremy to see how she was doing.
Let's just close the door there.
She seemed happy to have some visitors.
You are a lot better. She was in such a poor way when she came in just 5 days ago, and we've had her on very intensive care, haven't we, Fatty? Hey, yes, yes.
And what did it turn out to be?
Well, it was parvovirus. As soon as she came in, she was given fluids into the vein to really try and get over this dehydration. That's the reason why parvovirus is so serious, because they have this really very nasty sickness and this really very nasty diarrhoea. And it's a shame, because it is something that is completely avoidable. And I'm certain that she would have died if she hadn't had treatment. You can see now that there's no way that she's dehydrated anymore. For her to have got parvovirus at such a young age, she must have not had any immunity passed on to her from the mother.
And she is out of the infectious stage now?
Yes, yes. I'm quite happy that she's not going to be spreading any bugs on anymore now. So I'm quite happy for her to go home. Hey.
Luckily for Sky, that was a happy outcome. But parvovirus is extremely serious. So as Jeremy said, if you're taking on a puppy, you really need to know that the mother's been vaccinated. You know, with some illnesses, it's the speed with which they can take hold that's a really frightening thing. One owner noticed a dramatic change in her young rabbit that had happened literally overnight. She brought Pudding, who was only 4 months old, straight to see Chief Vet Tessa Bailey.
Well, this morning she's totally uncoordinated.
Oh dear.
When you put her down, she seems to not be able to get her bearings and fall over.
Do you look a bit confused, don't
Yeah,
you?
This is not like her at all.
Yeah. Sit up, baby.
Oh dear.
That's a good girl.
She tried to get out of the litter tray and couldn't make it properly. She flopped over.
How old is she?
She's about 4 months.
Has she been vaccinated?
No.
Okay. If she comes through this okay, it'd be a really good idea to get her vaccinated.
What do you think this is?
Well, I'm wondering about sort of middle ear infection because of the wobble and the lack of balance. The other possibilities would be an encephalitis, so an infection that's affecting her brain and affecting the balance there. Or it may be that she's just got an acute infection and she's just generally weak and unable to balance properly. So I think we need to get her in and give her some fluids. And we'll start her on antibiotics, and we'll have to see how she goes over the next 24 hours or so. But it's worrying.
Tessa took Pudding straight through to nurse Tammy Strick, who prepared a saline and glucose solution.
This is going to go into her tummy. Okay. I want her to go as quick as we can so that she's not too stressed. We'll do it through a catheter.
Pudding seemed to be getting weaker and urgently needed the fluids to build her strength.
All right, so if you can go nice and slowly.
Okay, sweetheart. Just get that in properly.
They injected the liquid straight into Pudding's abdomen, as this was the fastest and least stressful way of getting it into her system.
I'm very worried that she's going to die. It might be over the next couple of hours, but now we've got the fluids into her and she started her antibiotics. We'll have to see how she goes in the next 24 hours. Come on, Pudding.
Nurse Sandy Friedrich kept a constant check on Pudding throughout the night, making sure that she was kept warm and had plenty of food nearby.
Pudding, hello.
The following morning, Tessa was anxious to see if Pudding was any better.
Pudding's looking a lot brighter this morning, which is lovely to see. Let's just check your balance. How are you if I tip you over? Oh, it's a good bunny. Brilliant. She's actually righting herself today, which she wasn't yesterday. So her balance is improving, which is a really good sign. She started on her antibiotics, so we'll carry on with those. We'll be monitoring her really closely. And if things keep going well, we hope she'll be home in a few days.
Tessa tells me that Pudding had a bacterial infection and that caused toxins to build up in her brain. That's why she couldn't keep her balance. They kept Pudding in hospital for 5 days, but she's back at home again now and doing really well. You know, these TV characters seem to get everywhere. You'll know what I mean when you meet this little hamster who came to see vet Barbara O'Malley.
Right, a hamster. Nichols.
Yeah.
Why is it called Nichols?
Paul Nichols from EastEnders. I think it's lovely.
You think it's lovely? Yeah. So what's wrong with Nichols today?
Well, he's got some black spots around on each side and he's gone bald where the spots are. So I took it in the pet shop and he said he thinks it might be ringworm.
Right.
And spring it
How
up.
old is Nichols now?
Well, I've had it about 4 months.
Right. Was he a baby when you got him?
It was the same size, but I think, I'm not sure.
Same size, right. So he hasn't grown since you got him at all? Right. Let's give him a check over. He's a very handsome fella. Not very like Paul Nichols, really, but I'm sure he's flattered. Is this patch here, is it?
Yeah.
That one there.
And there's one on the other side.
Right. What we're seeing there isn't a skin infection. It isn't ringworm, it's actually the hip glands, which in the male hamster is more pronounced. And
They leave scent from those? Or?
these glands are scent glands for territorial marking. So they're quite territorial animals, hamsters. So when they want to mark their territory in the wild, they rub their hip gland against the area and scent mark their territory. So it's not a skin disease, it's a normal finding in a hamster.
So you're quite happy with all that? That's
But
good.
don't feel embarrassed. I mean, it's always best to check these things. And I've been asked the question many a time by many a client. You just don't know, and if you live with a hamster quite a while, what's normal, what's abnormal, basically.
Well, what about that then? But Barbara is right. If you are worried about something, it's always best to check. Even the most caring owner can need some guidance every now and again. An owner came into vet Helen Kemp's clinic because his guinea pig, Treacle, was finding it very difficult to get about.
He seems to be limping. I don't know if it's his front or back leg on the right-hand side.
Let's have a look at Treacle walk.
Oh, yes, he's holding it awkwardly, isn't he? He's not going to walk
Stiff
now.
all round, really, isn't he?
He's really hard pressed to move. Finding it very painful to do anything.
If you feel his joints, they're all very painful and very swollen.
Would that be some sort of an accident he's had?
No, it's affecting all the joints. So it's a generalised condition. And I think what he's suffering from is what we call skeletal scurvy, where he's suffering a vitamin C deficiency. And one of the things it does is cause these really painful swollen joints. They're like the sailors used to have with their sort of sore mouths and joint pain. And because he's young and growing, the vitamin C is important for his bone and joint development. And that's the problem. What are you feeding him on?
He has guinea pig food.
Mhm.
Like you get it in the packets and that from the pet shop.
And does he have anything else?
And water, that's all.
So he doesn't have any greens or anything
No.
like that. So it's quite likely that he's not getting enough vitamin C in his diet. So what we need to do is get him on a course of vitamin C. You want to slowly introduce some greens for him. Carrots, apples, celery, cabbage, anything bar lettuce, because lettuce can give them colic. If you go to the chemist and get him some soluble vitamin C tablets.
So they're just the same tablets that a human would take?
He just needs a low dose. Vitamin C is pretty much the same for everybody. And you can dissolve those in his drinking water. I'll start him off with a vitamin injection today.
Yeah.
He'll squeak. Guinea pigs don't like injections, okay? Don't nibble anybody. That's it.
This is for your own good, kid.
There we are.
All right, have a bite. Go and get your own bit.
A week later, Treacle was back to see vet Barbara O'Malley. His owner had followed all of Helen's advice.
You got the vitamin C, did you?
Yeah, it was in his water.
Because he was very sore last week, wasn't he, Pet? Come on, Treacle.
What a lovely change, isn't it,
It
to
has,
see?
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't touch him without him squealing. He couldn't walk at all, he couldn't move.
But it just shows what a good quality diet will do for a guinea pig's welfare. I mean, he was in agony last week, and now he's a normal guinea pig.
Why is it so important to give guinea pigs vitamin C?
Guinea pigs, like man and monkeys, the three categories, can't synthesise, we can't make our own vitamin C. So they have to have it in their daily diet. Don't jump.
So that's why your mum always tells you to eat your greens. Now, there was obviously no need for Treacle to be admitted into the hospital, but there can be over 100 animals in the wards here at any one time, and they need an awful lot of looking after. The hospital itself can't rehome stray animals. Instead, they rely on rehoming centres. Nurse Jackie Bushby is finding out whether they have any space. Sadly, they're often full.
This week I rang 8 places, 1 had space, so that was 7 out of 8 this week.
Sadly, stray dogs and cats are fairly common. But a rather unusual stray was found in a South London school, as ambulance driver Dermot Murphy discovered. Steve Knight went back to school with him.
We've got a budgie that we found under a bush when we were out looking at leaves this morning, and he was lying on his side, but we think he's all right, but we don't really know.
You've been drawing him, I see.
Had lots of nice drawings this afternoon.
Has anybody picked him up yet? No.
You have to be careful with him because he's probably not used to being handled. It's just as well as you got him because they only get attacked by other birds out there, crows and magpies, and of course the cats as well. I'll take him in, but I think he looks more tired than anything else. I don't think he's actually injured.
So did you give him a name?
We were going to vote, weren't we?
Peter.
I've got Stewie. I've got
Heracles is quite
See,
We're
nothing
doing
vocal.
ancient Greeks as our topic at the moment. Shh. And Shane suggested Heracles would be quite good because Heracles was very strong and went through a lot of labours, so that actually might be quite a nice name
Hercules?
for him. Well, Heracles is the Greek one, Hercules is the Roman.
Right. Well, I've just had my lesson. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye. Dermot took Heracles to find a new home, and just a few days later, he was settled in at Jill Bett's bird sanctuary. So here he is. There's a lot of people that will be pleased to know he's safe and sound in a new home. How's he settling in?
He's doing really well.
And he's happy?
Yes, very happy.
He's got lots of other birds in here to keep him company. So what have we got here?
That's right.
Everywhere.
Now...
Yeah. What are these two? These are
now,
great.
These are sun conures.
Sun conures.
Sun conures, only babies.
They're brilliant colours, aren't they?
Beautiful
When
colours.
you say babies, how old are they then?
They're about 6 months old now. They're called Mango and Jaffa.
Do you breed these at all?
No, we don't. We don't believe in breeding our birds because there's so many to be rescued.
Jill initially puts all new birds into a cage on their own so she can keep a close eye on them. Then she lets them mix with some of the other birds before releasing them into one of the large aviaries in her garden. And how about our friend Heracles? Is he ready to go?
Yes, he's ready to go outside now, Steve.
There's a lovely one up there. So how many birds are in here, Jill?
About 15, 20 birds.
And once he's out of that cage, will we be able to spot him easily enough amongst the others?
Definitely. I can assure you I would know him.
Come on, off you go. That's it. He seems to be happy enough up there.
What more could he want?
It's nice to see Hercules settling into his new home so quickly. There are also lots of wild animals with babies that need looking after. Steve Knight made a visit to Hydestyle Wildlife Hospital in Surrey. In the spring, the hospital is particularly busy with little baby foxes and baby squirrels. He met up with owner Graham Kunick, who was helping some young orphans, including 8 fox cubs. You greedy thing.
The hospital treats all sorts of wild animals, and at this time of the year, it's particularly busy with young orphans.
Why do so many get separated from their mums?
Well, often the main cause is road traffic accidents. Mum gets killed, cubs come up looking for mum, and they get found that way.
So do you release these back into the wild?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Every one of them?
Yep.
This little cub was found in a loft. His coat was full of fiberglass, so now he's having regular baths to try and clean him up. Graham's also hand-rearing some baby squirrels.
Well, at this time of year, there's a lot of trees being felled, and consequently, they find the babies in there. So we do get quite a few little ones in.
So what happens to Mum? She just abandons the nest, does she?
Well, because Mum's been so scared by chainsaws and goodness knows what, she's long gone. And she may well come back, but her home has completely disappeared.
Oh.
You know, if you're asked to look after someone else's pet, the worst thing that can happen is if the pet gets sick. And that was just the case for one woman who brought a young tortoise in to see vet Liz Forbes.
It's my sister's tortoise. She's gone away for 2 weeks. I'm a bit worried actually because I've had him a week and he's not been eating. And in his toilet is actually worms.
Do you know what she was feeding it on?
Lettuce, cucumber, carrots.
I think certainly he's underweight for his age. And if you've seen worms in his motions, then certainly if he's had worms for a while, that could be the reason why he's not eating very much, not feeling very well, and also the food that he does eat, he may not be digesting very well, and therefore not putting the weight on.
So I did have cause to worry then.
Yeah, no, you did the right thing. So how do you reckon to treat him then?
We're going to give him a dose of an antiparasitic drug. And because tortoises don't take tablets too easily, I'll just put a little bit of worming treatment through a tube down into his tummy. I'll just get some stuff ready.
It's difficult when you're looking after someone else's pet, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
I'm just going to measure the length to where I think his stomach is, and that's just where I want to put the tube down to. Just hope that he doesn't decide that he wants to chew the tube. Okay, mate. And then really it's just a question of giving him just about a mil. That's about it. That was your first taste of medicine. Okay.
Well, very well done.
Good boy.
Yeah.
He's not going to get better immediately. I think the most important thing is just to offer him a huge variety of things. Anything like carrots, bean sprouts are very good. They're quite high in vitamins and minerals. So once he is eating, then hopefully he will be taking in some minerals.
Bean sprouts. Fancy that. It wasn't long before Tunis was tucking into his food. That wasn't the case with a young 4-month-old cat called Jimmy. He hadn't had anything to eat for quite a while. Steve Knight went with ambulance driver Ned Abdurrahman as he went to help rescue Jimmy from his first big adventure.
Our cat stuck up the tree.
Good on you. Oh, is it? How long's he been up there then?
Ever since 7 o'clock yesterday morning.
Long time to be up there.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's 4 months old.
Yeah, it's quite a while for a cat of about 4 months old to actually be up a tree. I mean, obviously, it's an older cat, we wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah.
We'd give him a bit more time to attempt to do it himself, but at that age, they need more feeding. It's
so
just,
what are you going to do?
Well, we'll see if we can encourage him down first. If you talk to them, usually they'll overcome their fear quite a lot.
Right.
And sometimes you have a result.
Ned started by trying some good old-fashioned charm to coax Jimmy down.
Come on. Come on. Come on, then. He needs to turn himself around and come down back bum first. Come on, then.
For a nail-biting 5 minutes, Jimmy seemed oblivious to Ned's attempts. But then...
Yeah, he's down here now. He really wants to come down.
What were you saying to it, Ned? It seemed to be working. Ned decided to meet him halfway.
I'll just get just below him. Then we should be able to get him down. Oh, hang on. Here he comes. Come on. So he's missing him by about 5 foot.
But things were beginning to go wrong. Jimmy was determined to go to the very end of the branch, further away from safety.
Jimmy, you're going to slip out the tree that way. Come on, you're going to fall. Yeah, you can just get us that ladder, Steve. Right.
Ned planned to climb up and rescue Jimmy, but Jimmy had other ideas.
Oh, he's going to go for the ladder. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Right. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Suddenly, it looked as though Jimmy was going to take a shortcut.
If he's fortunate, he'll be all right anyway. He'll be all right if he lands. Well, he's going to go. He's going to go. He'll be all right from that height.
Oh.
Up. You OK? He's fine, especially the way he fell coming down as well. All right, let's go. That's it. Just walk up to him slowly. Just talk to him. Talk to him. That's it. That's it. That's it. OK. Well done.
Well done. Hello, Jimmy.
Bring him over here.
Although Jimmy looked fine, Ned wanted to make absolutely sure.
All right, Jimmy.
Is he OK?
Yeah, he'll be a bit hungry. He's obviously a bit frightened. He's had a little bit of a bad time of it being stuck up there. But he's none the worse for wear at all. He's really, really good. Jimmy, look.
And in no time at all, Jimmy was back with his brother.
Was a bit worried about him, was he?
Looking just a little bit sheepish.
It was brilliant to see Jimmy brought safely down from that tree and back with his brother. Many of the animals that do get into trouble and need help are strays. People lose their pets, but how on earth do you lose a horse? That's what had been troubling Inspector John Bow. Shauna Lowry went along to find out more.
The horse had got to know John on his regular visits to bring water.
He's fairly young.
Yeah.
A stallion. Which is very good nature.
Easy.
Shall I go and get a head collar on him, John?
Yeah.
That's a good boy.
Come on. Oh, scary,
There we go. Good. Good boy.
Then it was off to the rescue stables in Essex, where he could be properly cared for. He'll have to be kept apart from the other horses until his skin problems cleared up and he gets a clean bill of health.
So how long will he be in isolation for?
Well, he'll be in for a couple of weeks, I would think, until the vet comes and sees him again and gives him the all clear, and then we'll find him a friend.
Great. Okay.
Come on, mate, come on. Good. In you go. Good boy. Good fella.
What happens from now on?
Obviously, I'm going to monitor to see how long it takes the owner to contact me. And then depending on then, I'll arrange an interview and have a chat with him and see what he has to say about his welfare for the horse.
If an owner doesn't come forward for him, hopefully he'll go to a new home.
Hopefully, when he's a bigger boy and he's been broken and he's ready to ride, perhaps, yes, we'll find him a nice home.
Well, now, 3 months later, William, as he's been called, is in fine fettle and he's getting some basic training, as stable owner Martin Burton explained to Shauna.
He has to get used to the whole idea of being handled, to doing as he's told, learning simply to walk around in a circle and halt when he's invited to. And eventually you progress on to doing that without somebody at his head.
Got a friend.
Stable cats everywhere. You move on to walk and trot, and eventually then he'd be ridden loose.
Are you hoping to rehome him soon?
Soon, maybe not. It rather depends on the home that we can find for him. It would need to be a home that could go through this process. Equally, if we can't find that sort of home, there's no reason why we shouldn't have him here for anything up to 2 years and turn him out as a riding pony at the end of that time. He's a very amenable, pleasant, friendly little horse, and I hope he's going to prove to have a nice nature.
It's great, isn't it, to see William looking so well cared for. Taking care of your baby animal is a big commitment, and there are a lot of problems that can be avoided, as I found out when a little 9-week-old puppy called Jasper was brought in to see vet Tessa Bailey.
And what can we do for Jasper?
He's going for his injections and to be chipped.
Okay.
And have a check.
Oh, he's got mucky old ears, so he's going to need some drops to clean those out. That's the first thing.
Does he look too fat? I think I might be overfeeding him.
No, puppies should be quite fat. It's important that he has plenty of food so that his bones develop properly and everything. So he's fine for his first vaccination today.
Okay, do you want both of them injected?
No, just one, please.
Here you go, first jab. Oh, how are you going to be for this?
Okay.
Oh, Babbo! There you go. That was horrible, wasn't it?
Does that start to sting? It gets in and then stings, does it?
It doesn't sting particularly, but I think he didn't notice it till after the event.
What does that injection protect him against?
So that covers him against the 7 main diseases of dogs that you can vaccinate against, which includes distemper and parvovirus.
Any sort of good advice you can give when taking on a puppy?
I think the main thing is really good sort of behavioural training so that he grows up being a good member of your family, your pack, if you like. So if you've got a friend who's got a friendly but fully vaccinated dog that he can mix with at home, or take him along if your local vet does puppy parties, it'll make him much more confident as he gets older. If it's left too late before he socialises, then he could be very timid or be aggressive with other dogs.
What does it basically cost to take on a puppy?
Well, the initial cost is going to be having him vaccinated, having him chipped, having him neutered. But after that, it's all the feeding costs and the vet's bills. So the average dog can be up to £2,000 a year.
Does that surprise you?
Insurance. So it is a commitment, and you've got an animal that's going to be one of your family for maybe 15 years or more.
He's already part of us now.
Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? What a lovely little thing.
A cutie, wasn't he? I bet he'll be a real hit at any puppy party he goes to. Christmas is a very special time of year, and it can be just as full of excitement for our pets. All the shining lights and the decorations proved too much temptation for one little kitten. He was brought in to see vet Barbara O'Malley, and he really lived up to his name, Trouble. Not like you.
He goes crazy when you come in. He's gone in straight into the sitting room, jumped up the tree, all the presents and
Christmas
up the
tree?
Up the Christmas tree, jumped off of it onto the unit, and next thing I've heard him cry and he just couldn't lift up his leg.
Does he play all the decorations, does he?
Pulls it all down every day, pulls things off.
Does he play with the Christmas balls as well, hanging from the tree? My
He
cat
just
loves those.
He can't leave nothing, even the presents they've got bows on, he's having to hit them off. He's just into everything.
I suppose Christmas time is great fun for kittens, all those little toys to play with.
Yeah, he loves it all, yeah.
You thought you were a little monkey, didn't you? You were getting excited about Christmas Day, weren't you?
Yes.
Just see him stand there for a second. Oh, he's holding it up.
Yeah.
He is very sore there, isn't he? Now I want to feel from his hip down to his thigh bone.
Yes, yes.
Excuse me. Bit of silence.
We're trying to help you, kid.
He's full of personality, isn't he?
Yes.
Holds the pouch.
I think it's his knee that's hurting him.
Yeah?
I mean, he had quite a major fall.
Yeah.
Even often quite a tiny fall can cause problems.
Hey, look at that walk.
Definitely is quite lame. We'd better take him in and do a check x-ray just in case. Because if he had got a break there, it's very important we diagnose it early so we can keep him well confined. Obviously, it's very important we keep trouble out of trouble and well rested.
Barbara may have been planning to take an x-ray,
Quick, catch him.
but Trouble had other
I
plans.
think you are a bundle of trouble. See what the owner means.
Yeah, gosh.
You really are.
Even anaesthetising Trouble was a three-man job. But once he was peacefully asleep, Barbara could get to work.
Well, this is an X-ray of Trouble's hips and knees, and up at the hips, if you compare the normal hip, the little ball and socket joint there, on the left hip, it's broken away where the growth plate is.
Does that mean an operation for Trouble?
Well, ideally it would need an operation to put a pin up through it to hold it in place.
Yeah.
But Trouble is so tiny and, you know, he's very, very young. I do feel we might try just leaving him for a few days and see how the leg responds.
So what you're saying is he will be going home for Christmas?
He definitely will be, but my main worry with Trouble is that he is a bit hyperactive.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be kept very strictly rested.
And keep away from Christmas trees, eh?
Well, unless supervised by the owner.
Okay. After a lot of rest at home, thankfully Trouble was soon on the mend and already back to some of his old tricks. You get the feeling that keeping Trouble out of trouble is going to be a full-time job. A collie dog with the amazing name of Pippi Lulek Lulensky Licky Lips the First, who was expecting puppies, came into vet Gabriel Haggard's clinic for an ultrasound scan to check that the puppies were developing properly. Pippi's owner Lisa and Random, the proud father, were present, together with Random's owner June.
So we should, in theory, be able to see some good, healthy-looking puppies inside there.
How does this all work, the ultrasound?
Well, it's just like in a human. I'm going to clip her up, though. That's the only difference. And then I'll put the scanner probe on. And what I'm really hoping to see is some heartbeats. So that would be the ideal. But I have to say I'm going to be as intrigued as you are because this is my first time.
Just going to take a bit of hair off,
Pippi. Okay, good girl. That, I think, should be enough.
Okay.
Looks okay.
What do you look like?
Okay, so I'm just going to start the scanning. What I've got to do first is to put some gel on the end of this, and that gives us a good contact between the probe and her. Right. Now,
here we go,
I hope
Pippi.
this is going to be dark enough. I think it's going to be okay.
Oh.
Ah.
There. Oh, and up there.
Look.
It's up at the top, I think.
Ooh, your babies.
Yes, that is definitely a puppy.
Oh, look, and it's moving.
You can see it moving.
Oh, Pippi.
I won't be able to tell you whether it's a he or she, I'm afraid. It's probably a little bit
what a shame.
too ambitious for my first time ever. But I hope to find you a heart. The thing is, the heart in this is so tiny in one of these little puppies.
Yeah.
Compared to the same sort of scan on a human, it'd be much easier to find the heart. Try again.
Was that it, that little white line?
There it is now, there. That's it, yep, fluttering there. Is it flickering away?
Oh, look. Oh, mummy.
So, are you happy that they're all looking healthy and moving around? And
Very happy. I think we can safely say that those are all in good health.
no idea how
So
many?
that's brilliant. I wouldn't like to say, but my bet would be...
4, I think.
I think more. I would say, I think she's going to have about 5 or 6. Should I count myself? I will say 6.
I'm pleased to say that everything went very well from then on. When Pippi started showing signs that the puppies were really on their way, Rodri Williams joined Pippi's anxious owner, Lisa.
So what happened to Pippi Lulek this morning, Lisa?
Well, we went to school as normal, and she started panting and I think having mild contractions in the park, and she seemed quite desperate to get home. And as you can see, she's doing lots of heavy breathing, and I think she's getting ready.
How did you feel?
Nervous. I did lose it for a couple of minutes. It's like panic.
But Pippi was taking her time. 6 hours later, there was still no puppies. Lisa has a lot on her plate at the moment. She's starring in the local pantomime along with her daughter Lily. Tonight is the final dress rehearsal. Fortunately, her friend June was able to stay with Pippi.
Some of the contractions seem to be short, don't they? And
Yeah,
others are...
they're not strong enough to actually do anything.
But within the hour, the contractions had got much stronger. We decided to interrupt Lisa's rehearsal.
Come on in.
Come, Lisa, to her.
Come in, Lily.
Hi, Pippi.
She's pushing a lot.
Oh, she's coming to her.
Oh, did your mummy leave you in your hour of need?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah!
Look,
Oh, yes. Yes. Wow, baby.
Pippi knew exactly what to do. She cut the cord and started feeding the puppy straight away.
The first one is free and suckling.
The suckling reflex speeded up the birth of puppy number 2.
She's
Oh, look, there it is, there it is, there it is. Look. Oh.
Everyone in the family was involved by the time puppy number 3 came along. He was completely pitch black with tiny little white paws.
Just the ends of the paws. Looks like he's been dipped in marshmallow. Yes. To see 3 puppies come out like that, how do you feel?
Oh, it's just, I'm in shock. I'm too shocked to cry or anything. I'm just like, whoa, it's all too much to take in.
Still panting quite a lot.
Yeah, she's pushing again, I think we're going to have a number 4.
We've got one more.
In fact, by midnight, there was a grand total of 7 puppies. Pippi became more and more confident at cleaning them up and organising them.
Clever girl.
It had all gone even better than Lisa could have hoped.
I think my biggest fear or worry was that she wouldn't actually take to them, but she's been over attentive, as you can see. She's still licking away. She really did do a good job in cleaning them up and cutting the umbilical cords, which was great. I'm really, really proud of her.
They all look like her as well.
They do, yeah. There's one actually that is identical to her. So maybe we should call that one Pippi Lulek Lulensky Licky Lips the second. Thankfully, we have got good homes for them to go to. But now she's going to get spayed, definitely. I think it's the best thing to do. So we'll get her spayed. Once was enough, thank you very much. I love this one.
You've got healthy puppies, a healthy mum. How do you describe the whole experience?
I can't. It's just all too much to take in. I'm absolutely overjoyed. It's just amazing. To have all these puppies running around. It's just lovely. I'm ecstatic.
It was wonderful to see that Pippi Lulek had 7 healthy puppies. Remember, looking after a baby animal brings a lot of joy, but it's also a huge responsibility. So think about what you might be taking on before you start. They don't want too many surprises, and neither do you. Life is an incredible journey for a baby animal. Everything's new and exciting. But it's nice if you can give them a bit of help along the way. Babies need more care than you think. Well, I hope you've enjoyed meeting a few of these little ones at the start of their journey as much as I have. But for now, it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye!
Bye.